All right, everybody, welcome back to another Poke Trainer Trio video. We are still focusing more on Magic right now than Pokemon, just because there's some fun stuff out right now. We got the Final Fantasy that's still up there. Can't hold back. I did go to my local card store this week on Friday as usual, picked up their last gift bundle. So that will be the end of the video, but wanted to mix it up a little bit. So I got some other kind of random packs too. I got a couple unstable, some D&D Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, Murders of Karlov Manor, going for some Surveil lands, and some Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So we're going to crack through these, see if we get any fun stuff in any of these, and then we will finish up with the Final Fantasy, and that collector's pack will be last. Obviously, we're still looking for fun stuff from that, but it's always fun just to crack open just a regular pack and see what we can get. So it's been a while since I've opened any Thunder Junction. We did get these cool style cards here. I really like these. They don't seem to be super popular, but I really like the style of these, kind of looking like the old wanted poster style. So I'm a big fan of those. So I think I have all of those. Oh, we got the Gold Vein Hydra. That's very nice to see. We got a Mythic in the first pack. We'll put that up there. Nothing too crazy in the rest of the pack, most likely. Got our uncommons and commons. Pretty cool art in this one. It was fun that it was the whole cowboy set, but nothing too nuts. Let me see if I can get the focus working in a little bit better there. Not focusing great on these. Apologies. Let's fix that focus. There we go. That's a lot cleaner. There we go. Ending with a Sterling Supplier. All right, so we are 1 for 1 with Mythics. Let's see how long we can keep that train going. Always good to see a Hydra. Those are a lot of fun. A lot of fun Hydra Commander decks and just a fun creature type in general. All right, we got a Foil Fortune Loyal Steed. We got our Hypothesize. And Archmage's Newt. Mage Bane Lizard, that's a popular one in Standard right now since it was holding off some of the big decks for a while and may become popular since Prowess is still pretty good. But we'll see. But that's a good one to have as a potential card. It's also a pretty good one in Commander since a lot of people are spending a lot of non-creature spells in that format, and if you come up against a Storm deck accidentally, you're kind of shutting them down there, which is nice. So always a fun little thing to see there. All right, so we're moving on to the Murders of Karlov Manor. Obviously, the big thing we're looking for here is the Surveil lands, because those are great for also Commander decks, which is the main format I play if I have any time to play. So we've got Reenact the Crime, Push-Pull, Mistway Spy, Polygraph Orb, Curious Cadaver. This is kind of like the showcase treatment for this set with the kind of it's like part of an investigation journal kind of thing. So a Crocodile Elf, Public Thoroughfare, Goblin Maskmaker, Project Inspector, Defenestrated Phantom. Defenestration, one of my favorite words of all times. Put in the comment if you know what that means. And ending with a Sanguine Savior. All right, second pack. Still looking for those Surveil lands. I think I have a couple of them, but not too many, so it would be nice to add a couple more. See what our art card is. Cool little beastie there, killing a griffin. Got a Swamp. Aurelia, the Law Above foil. Very cool. Aurelia is a great character. It's cool to have her for angel decks and things. We have 10th District Hero, who's a detective. Runeband Juggler. Agency Outfitter. Lumbering Laundry. Convenient Target. Vitu-Ghazi Inspector. Bite Down on Crime. Felonious Rage, not the monstrous version, just the felonious version. Out Cold. Due Diligence. Cerebral Confiscation. And Crowd Control Warden. I do wonder at times when WotC's working on new sets and stuff, it's got to be really hard to continuously be coming up with new card names all the time. Obviously, there's reprints and stuff, but they get through a lot of new card names, so they must have a lot of thesauruses going in the back there. So, all right, so we're moving on to one of the D&D sets here. We're always looking for dragons, but love all the D&D sets here from the universes beyond. So, always fun to have more of these, especially for making cubes and stuff. You can have a whole D&D themed cube, which is good. Love the old Monster Manual style art for these ones. Got Volo Guide to Monsters. He's a fun one, especially in that style. Feign Death. Planes, and a Treasure. All right, almost done with these regular packs before we move on to Final Fantasy. We've got this, so we've got a couple unstables. Love all the unsets, especially love the ones that have the full art lands, which is all of them, I believe. So always looking for more of those because those are great for, again, Commander decks. It's fun having the full art lands, especially if you can find a foil one or two, so those are always a lot of fun to have. And my local store seems to have bought a lot of unstables. They always have some of this in stock, so I like picking up a few packs here and there. So, all right, we have got Rogue class as our rare here, which is very cool. I like these class cards. So we do have a foil Mimic, very classic Dungeons and Dragons monster. Forest and the Dungeon of the Mad Mage with a cool little goblin on the back. All right. So moving on to Unstable. Obviously, people have a lot of mixed feelings about the unsets. Some people love them, some people hate them. People like that they're legal in some formats, not other formats, but they're always a lot of fun. I wasn't a huge fan of the sticker mechanics, but I really liked this stuff where you could like combine the two creatures together and kind of enchant them onto the other creatures to make new ones. I thought that was a super fun theme in this unset. Had a lot of fun. I drafted this a bunch of times. All the fun squirrel cards in the unset, so was it a blast with these. So we've got Over My Dead Bodies. We do have the full art forest, non-foil, but still gorgeous. Love these John Avon lands. And Treadmill. And a cool foil dragon token. I don't remember what card that was from. Oh, I think it's the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons that created the dragons. I think this is one of the dragons that would create, so. But yeah, I do love those John Avon lands. I do have, I supported one of his Kickstarters when those were coming out, so I have a set of signed, like, proofs of those from that Kickstarter and a playmat that's the forest. No, the forest, I think it might be the plains, so signed full art, like, playmat of the plains art. There's gorgeous stuff that guy paints, so. Always love those lands. Very sad to hear that he was semi-retiring. It was announced recently on some social media site, so hopefully he starts recovering and he can get back to doing the stuff. So we do have a mythic here. We've got Dr. Julius Jumblemorph that worked well with those host creatures and augment creatures and stuff, so he's a fun one. There's the plains, that beautiful, like, sunny, stormy day. And then a couple artifact contraptions here. And a foil squirrel. All right, last pack of Unstable before we move on to Final Fantasy and see if we can get some fun stuff from that. We got camels, test subjects, just desserts, and lots of fun stuff in here. This is still a great set to draft with, too. It was a terrific draft format because of all the different kind of themes and archetypes you could go into. So we do have a mountain. It's very nice. Whoops, that was our rare there. I just zoomed past it there. Our rare is the Angelic Rocket, host and augment. We got a mountain. We did get a rare duplication device for when you're cranking things. And an elemental. Oh, with a cool full art elemental on the back. Very nice. All right, so let's move all these off to the side here. And we will go with our last Final Fantasy Gift Bundle. Probably the last one we're going to get. I know I said that last time, but I was assuming this would be sold out by the time I went back to the store this week. It was not, but it was their last one, so this is probably the last time I'm going to get one of these because having to pay what the prices for these like are online as opposed to what you get from your local store is really just not worth it. So that sick shining dragon art. We'll get out the spin down. Still very cool with the crystal on it as well as the other symbol here for the 1 and the 20. That's cool. And let's see what we've got in this one. All right, so we've got our collector's booster. Obviously, we'll save that for the end. All right, we've got our play boosters here. We've got our little non-foil land pack, which we will go through just to see if there's any misprints, offcuts. There's been a lot of reports of that kind of stuff, especially in Final Fantasy. There's been like whole commander decks that are miscut, stuff like that, but these ones look pretty good. Let's see what we got here. We got the full art foil Absolute Virtue. That's very nice. This is one of our 2 full art kind of promo cards that you get in here. So that's very cool. Very shiny, very mythic. Followed by Tidus Blitzball Star. Slightly less exciting, but definitely fun for Final Fantasy X fans out there. And then we've got all of our shiny lands. We do have some sleeves on standby in case we get any sleevable hits, but we will definitely sleeve those up, especially the Absolute Virtual. This hasn't really taken off, I think, as much as some people were expecting it to. Probably the mana cost is a big part of it, but still super cool art and definitely a very, very powerful card. So All right, let's crack into these play boosters. Again, just like the last one, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on commons and uncommons, just kind of going through to see what kind of fun stuff we get. There are still 1 or 2 Final Fantasy VI cards that I'm looking for. Let's see what we get. All right, we got a Cecil Dark Knight. That's definitely a good one to get because he is standard playable right now. So he is definitely a good one to get. We got the card collection, Prompto Argentum, Circle of Power, World Map, Village. Lots of fun villages in the set and towns. Orsite, Sahagin, Equipment, Cornered by Black Mages, and the Balaam T. Rexar. Obviously, we're still looking for any of the fun stuff in here. There's still several of the through the ages cards that we haven't gotten yet, so we're looking to finish that subset. Not really caring about the foil versions because those are insanely expensive, but even just the regular versions would be cool to complete. All right, we got Venat, Heart of Hydaelyn. This is from one I have not played, which turns into Hydaelyn the Mother Crystal. That's pretty cool. We'll put that up there. We got the Poo Poo UFO. Tonberry, he's coming for you slowly, but if he gets to you, he is going to stab you in the face. Fate of the Suncrist, Dragoon's Wyvern, Blazing Bomb, classic enemy. Hektai is another one. Airship has crashed, and that is that for pack number 2. All right, moving on to number 3 here. Again, apologies if you want me to be spending more time on commons and uncommons, but, I think we've seen them all by now. We got this cool Stiltskin art card. Nice Forest. Foil Summon Chocomog, not the fancy alternate art, but the regular version. That's fun. All right, we did get it through the ages. We got Shantoto's Coercion, which is Diabolic Intent. That's a cool one. I don't believe we've gotten that one yet, so we'll put that up there. Summoner's Grimoire. Aether. Another Gladiolus. Overkill. Araman. Laughing Mad. We've got plenty of those. You're Not Alone. Magic Damper. We got Lightning, Resentful Revelation, Gubu Gardener, and that is it for pack 3. Obviously, we will definitely still go through the commons and uncommons, looking for SIDs and looking for the date cards, looking for the alternate versions of that. We got the Emperor Palamecia, I believe. Emperor of Palamecia, sorry. We got Windhurst, Foil Vane's Treachery, and a Midgar, City of Mako. That's a cool one. Hey, there we go. We got the Fat Chocobo, but in his alternate art there. The woodblock art. Fang. We have about 1,000 of her already. It's cool to have the melds, but I've got melds coming out the wazoo. So, Fight On, Dwarven Castle Guard, Summoner's Sanctum, Summon Guardian Force Ifrit, a Dire Rat, and a Blitzball Shot. All right, next pack, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go, and then we'll crack open the collector booster and see if it was worth it to get this bundle, other than to make the cube better. All right, we got Gungaga Reactor Town, a foil Sahagin. We got the Water Crystal, big fan of that card. Mill is fun, regardless of what people say. I mean, I guess not fun for everybody, but fun for the person doing the milling. We've got Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, the Salvagers, Magic Pot, Venturers Inn, Aerith Rescue Mission, Kirin Merchant, I believe, Mysidian Elder, Shinra Reinforcements, and Commune with Beavers. I think this is actually the first time I've gotten Commune with Beavers. Pretty hilarious card, but it is a dude talking to some beavers that don't really even look like beavers, but still pretty cute. So, all right, 4 packs to go. Let's see what we get. All right, we got a cute little bird token. Guadasalam Farplane Gateway. That's a mouthful. Ooh, we did get a foil woodblock art jumbo cactar. That's fun. He's definitely a fun little guy from this box. And then we also got a Realm Reborn. We got Ultimecia Time Sorceress, who turns into Ultimecia Omnipotent. We've got Freya Crescent, Diamond Weapon, The Crystal's Chosen, Lunatic Pandora, Prisha's Wanderings, Paladin's Arms, Ice Magic, another one of the magic cards, Called Mountain Chocobo, Sephiroth coming for Aerith, Summon Fat Chocobo, and that is that. All right, free to go. Then the collector's booster. I have seen reports online that the these English collector boosters in the gift sets can actually have the black chocobos in them that were previously Japan exclusive. So that would be cool if we could hit one of those. So we've got an airship crash. We have Lucas Stadium, which is taking the place of Strixhaven Stadium. We have Matoya, Archon Elder. Capital City. Summon Shiva. A Sandworm, good for Dune-themed decks. We got Rufus, the Hillgygus, Gallicat, Combat Tutorial, Item Shopkeep, Q-Trub Forayer, and Chocobo Kick with Kicker, which is very suitable, so, or fitting rather, I guess. All right, 2 packs left. More art cards. We got a lot of art cards. Ooh, we did get, it's a Cloud art card though. That's a good one. Interestingly, the art cards. Oh, it is a signed one or gold signature one as well. So we'll definitely put that aside. Those, I'm not a huge Cloud or Sephiroth fan, but even the art cards are popular for those among collectors. So it's a good one to get. We got a foil Paladin's Arms from father to son. He's passing down his car. I believe that's how the game starts. I don't know. I haven't played that one. So Emperor Palimacia, Ring of the Luki, Realm Sketching, Cloud of Darkness, Adventurer's Airship, Iron Giant, Summon Chocomog, Scorpion Sentinel, Light of Judgment, Vincent's Limit Break, and Grand Pulse Ochu, rather. All right, 1 to go, and then the collector's boosters, and then we will bid you farewell for this week. So let's see what we get. All right, we got a hero token with a robot warrior on the backside. We've got a foil Vector, a foil Hillgygus, and then our Through the Ages card, we did get Fatal Push, Battle at the Big Bridge. I don't know this character's name, but I think this is Gilgamesh that he's fighting up against here. All right, we've got Esper Origins, which is actually one I believe I still needed for Final Fantasy VI, which turns into Esper Madwin. Saz's Chocobo, cute little baby Chocobo there. Sorceress's Schemes, Travel the Overworld. We've got the Ramen, good for food decks. Loporrit Scout, Slash of Light, Sage's Mouths, Sabotender, Marlborough, and Bard's Bow. All right, so no SIDS or any of the fun uncommons, but we are moving on to our collector booster. So we will go front to back because I think it's fun seeing your crazy hits first and then just seeing if anything else fun is in there. So we will go front to back and we will hope for something spicy. So we've got our hero token and we have Noctis, Prince of Lucis, the normal foil, not the surge foiling. Oh no, that's not what you want to see in your Through the Ages. We have the foil Strixhaven Stadium. That's painful in that slot. Ooh, we do have Lightning Army of One full art. So not surge foil or anything, but this card is very playable and very fun, and one that we have not gotten yet. So that will definitely be getting sleeved up in a minute. All right, we have Coin of Fate, Vaughn Street Thief, foil Hope S-Time, who is fun in kind of mill life gain decks. We have our foil Plains, Summon Guardian Force Ifrit. I think we have like a little bit of a print line down the middle there. Summon Fat Chocobo, Lionheart, Quistis Treepy, Oron's Inspiration, Marlborough, Gobu Gardener, and Baron Airship Kingdom. All right, so nothing, super insane there. I mean, definitely the best thing that we got from this pack was definitely Lightning Army of One. That's definitely the most fun card that we got from this collector's booster. But we did get more of the Final Fantasy VI stuff that we needed. We picked up some more of the Through the Ages cards we needed. I know Noctis is, exciting to some people, so he might be a good one as well. But that's it. So thank you guys for watching again, and we will check you out next time. Bye.